What's up, you guys? Void here, coming back at you with another video. Just wanted to let you guys know how I did at pre-release. Well, I did pretty average. I got 2 and 2. Didn't really get any good bombs. I had to go in Celestia colors, so I got one of the pre-release packs. I want to just show you guys kind of what I pulled, but at the same time, this is all the cards that I didn't get to put into a deck. So these are all the ones I passed on. I didn't get any good red, sadly. It's pretty much red here. We got Fire Cannon Blast, average, Otapec Huntmaster. I didn't have enough dinosaurs to really justify that. And these are just lands and other stuff. I did pull that card in white, Sanguine Sacrament. Life gain, just a life gain. Doesn't really seem that significant to me. Got one of those, average. Got artifacts don't really fucking matter in limited, so why the hell not? This is all the black I got. Literally, all the black I got. I actually thought black was going to be pretty decent. I like the Direfleet Interloper. That's pretty good with Menace. And the Explorer triggers. Average 2/2 bears. You know, average removal. Nothing good. Terrible cards. I didn't even get the good 2-drop. The only good card I got out of black was Walk the Plank. It doesn't justify playing black or even splashing it at all. So, I think I have some more red too. And just to let you know, I believe I didn't get that much red either. So yeah, cards I thought were average and okay. Brazen Buccaneers, 2/2 with haste and has the Explore trigger. That has the potential of being a 3/3. To be honest, going aggro that late just doesn't seem that strong to me. You're mainly just going to be playing it for the Explore trigger. These I didn't play at all because I wasn't playing red or even Naya or anything like that. And honestly, I just didn't really think that a 3/3 at combat for 2 is all that great. It's just a 2/2 to me in red, and I don't typically like those. Useless removal. That's too little. Too dependent on pirates. Okay, but not playing red. Okay if you have the enraged triggers that you can go off of, and okay if you're also playing pirates. And blue was actually a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. But then again, I mean, cards like that were good in blue. But still not justified in playing it. That was also pretty good too. That's some average cards. That was decent. I only saw one player playing blue. I beat him pretty easily, so not pretty bad. And here's some of the white that I put on the sideboard. I didn't actually play any of these. Kinjali's Collar. I played one of them. I had the Legion's Landing. Not really good enough for me. The Queen's Commission, just tokens, I don't really care. Ashes of the Abhorrent, maybe, who knows. Glorifier of Dusk, too much life to give up for options. Maybe the Imperial Lancer might have been a better 1-drop to make it a little bit more aggro. That's not that great of a 1-drop. And then average. So that's pretty much what I got, aside from the actual pulls. Actually, no, I think I got a little bit more. My bad. Put it in my deck box by accident. Just a little tip here. If you ever go to a pre-release or a draft or anything like that, bring your lands pre-sleeved. So actually, yeah, I did get more red, believe it or not, but still not enough to play red. So I lied there. Bonded Horncrest was amazing. I got that first pack and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to play red. Good card, 5/5. It can't attack or block alone, but it's a 4-drop. Hijack. I love active trees and effects in limited. They're awesome. Frenzied Raptor, 4/2 for 3, just average. And this card reminds me of an older card that kind of did a similar thing, but it was just a 3-drop. Not too bad. But yeah, again, like, pre-sleeve your lands just so you have options. You know, we got 30 minutes to make our decks, so that takes away from a lot of your time of just organizing a deck and putting it together if you're actually capable of just saving all that time of just sleeving up lands. I mean, it does count. So, what was the other card? Oh yeah, Regisaur Alpha. That was why I wanted to play Naya, or at least Gruul. Unfortunately, didn't really get enough good red. So now on to my actual deck. It was Celestia, and lands real quick. 8 and 8. 8 forests, 8 plains. Not enough good mana fixing to justify playing Unknown Shores. We're only in 2 colors. Like I said before, I only played one Kinjali's Collar. Not enough. I mean, it's a 0-3. It's okay. Maybe in hindsight, I might have played another one. There's some synergy with the high toughness in this deck too. Commune with Dinosaurs was amazing. If I got another one of those, I would have played it. At worst, it's going to get you a land. Never a bad thing in Limited. Raptor Companion, 3-1 for 2. There's a ton of these just throughout Magic's history. Limited, they're always good because you can always just swing in. That's early enough to where you don't care if it survives. Bishop Soldier, 2-2 with lifelink for 2. Not bad. Gaining life's never a bad thing in Limited. And Drover of the Mighty, wish I got more of him. He's awesome. He's a 3-3 for 2 for most of the time, and he can tap to add 1 mana from any color to your mana pool. He was really the only good mana fixing in the whole set, to be honest. Unless you had that tribal land, if you could justify playing it. This card was also awesome, a 2-drop that was most likely going to be either a 3-2 for 2 or a 2-1 that lets you get a land to your hand, which is pretty good. Deep Root Warrior, just another merfolk that can become a 3-3 whenever it becomes blocked. It's pretty good. Ixalan's Keeper, late game, threat, big time. Got it off one time. Other than that, not really relevant, but it's a 2-2 for 2. Pounce. Celestia, the removal I got, didn't get a lot of good white removal, so have to rely on fighting if you can. The best card that I pulled, the whole pre-release, really, was Kinjali's Sunwing, and I only cut it off like one time when it was ever relevant, and early enough, it's such a big deal, and when all your opponent's creatures enter the battlefield tapped, it slows down aggro tremendously, and you just have a good 2-3 flyer there, just awesome. Also, just another incredible 3-drop here. 2-1 with first strike, but enters the battlefield, it explores. Put in so much work. Just a first strike, it's going to block for you all day, it's going to swing for you all day, and it has the potential of becoming a 3-2 with the first strike, or just exploring, letting you get a land. And to make up for the fact I didn't get a lot of good white removal, I did actually get 2 Legion's Judgment. The other one was Pious Interdiction, and Ixalan's Binding, so I didn't get those 2, and I knew that dinosaurs were going to be a big deal, or just big creatures in general in this set, so destroying target creature for 4 or greater, with power 4 or greater for 3 mana isn't bad. New Horizons, we didn't have a lot of ramp, so when you have the added benefit of putting a +1/+1 counter on a creature and getting to ramp up 1, it's not bad. Blossom Dryad, kind of ramp, but in a creature form, so you can take whatever you can get, really. This card was actually surprisingly useful, especially in this deck. I'll talk about it later. 3-drop, when he enters the battlefield, he gets to fight another target creature, and he's a 1/4 with reach, so he's going to block for you all day. Not a lot of reach creatures in this set. I think there's only one other, and it's Grazing Whiptail, something like that. This is what won me 2 games, really. These 2 right here, Looming Altosaurs, 1/7s for 4, put in a ton of work, and I will tell you why later, but even just against aggro, it shuts them down completely. 7 toughness, they can't get around that. It's just awesome. And they're going to swing for you all day. If your opponents have weaker creatures, they're just awesome. Paladin of the Bloodstain, it's going to get you 2 bodies for 4 mana, one of which has lifelink, so that's decent. Pterodon Knight has flying as long as you control a dinosaur. 4-drop, 3-3, pretty good. And then 2 Jade Guardians, not as impressive as I thought they would be. 3/3s with hexproof for 4 mana. Thought that would be a little bit better, but there's just so many big creatures that, you know, this doesn't really matter against. And you don't have to worry about too much good targeting removal. This was my pre-release promo, guys. Emperor's Vanguard, 4/3 for 4 mana. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, it explores. So it has the potential of getting bigger or just letting you get a land to your hand. So really, actually, I mean, I didn't actually get this off too often, and even when I did, I didn't actually connect. So kind of useless. Wish I got better 4-drops in green. Belligerent Brontodon, this is the card I was talking about. This is really like the top of my curve here. 4/6, each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Kind of the whole door in the siege tower, but only for your creatures. Just insane. Let me just run back for you. We have those 2. 7 toughness. We have the Atsagen Archer. 1/4, it's 4 toughness, it's awesome. Sunwing has 3 toughness. And the Kinjali's Collar has 3 toughness, so we have a ton of creatures that are just going to benefit from their high toughness. Just to give you guys a little rundown how my matches went, the first one I played against a blue-green Merfolk deck. Had some decent tap-down effects and things like that, but I lost the first game in that match, ended up winning the next 2. Pretty easy once you can play the Sunwing and just tap down all their creatures. Just not enough removal for them. Just not enough power in the form of creatures. The following 2 matches I lost both of those because both of my opponents ended up having Vraska, the new one where you have the Insane Plus that gets you a 2/2 little pirate dude with Menace, and having the minus of being able to destroy creatures is pretty powerful. She's easily the best removal in the whole set, so getting her in sealed is pretty devastating, just limited in general. Now, the second match, I ended up winning the first. Lost 2 in a row, so I lost that match. The third match, I lost the first 2. Didn't even matter. Vraska out both times. Just kept on grinding away my creatures and getting out these 2/2 pirates. Just difficult to block because they have Menace. Just a powerful card altogether, really. There's no good removal for it either. You have to hope that you have enough flyers or just things that can deal damage to Vraska before she can just start dealing with your creatures. Just a pain in the ass altogether. And then for the fourth match, I ended up playing super aggro, black-red. I mean, all you really had to do is just stall them out. Ended up playing the Looming Altosaurus and just had so much toughness they couldn't get over it. They weren't playing enough removal, or the removal they had just wasn't enough in black. So just great all around. I mean, I'm happy with the results. I didn't do too well, but considering that this is my deck, I didn't really get any of the good bombs. I didn't get any of the Territorial Hammer Skulls. That was a pretty good 3-drop. Wish I had that. I didn't really get any of the other good white bombs other than Kinjali's Sunwing. Aside from the Emissary of Sunrise, I don't really think I did too well with drafting good white bombs or anything like that. But those are pretty good and limited so far. Gonna go to draft weekend, see if my luck changes. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Void here, signing off.